Hi, I'm Hazel, and next up with me is Paul Khoo, founding CEO of Get Cover StandardFA. Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us.
My pleasure.
Just a quick intro about Paul for those of you who don't know. Paul started Get Cover StandardFA, which is an insurtech company, May 2016, so very, very recent. Prior to this, he started his fund management career with a global asset management firm and assumed various senior roles before serving as Chief Marketing Officer. He's currently the non-executive chairman of StandardFA and sitting as the vice president of FinTech Association of Malaysia, board of governor and honorary secretary of Financial Planning Association of Malaysia. The really interesting part about the story is that just 20 months ago, Paul had no idea what insurtech meant. Upon reading up about it, he thought this was the best and most critical way to go forward. Paul, for those of us who don't know, no clue still what insurtech is. Pretend we are, 5-10-year-olds. What is insurtech and what drew you close to this business?
Should I sum it up with just a 10-second type of statements?
Absolutely.
Insurance plus technology, you get insurtech.
Insurance plus technology, you get. So what does that look like then? I mean, in terms of your interest, why did that interest you?
If you are referring to insurance and insurance technology, that can come into a number of forms. Wearables, tracking device that are able to track behavior, health behavior, driving behavior of a person, that can constitute to a insurtech. On our part, Get Cover, we are focusing on motor insurance, which we will predominantly focus on distribution technology.
Okay, what is distribution technology for those of us who have no clue what that means?
One thing, to put it simple, when you apply and when you buy insurance, you fill forms. Well,
lots of forms?
Yeah, a lot of forms. Over here, we're going to do one thing and do it very, very well. It's going to be paperless.
Yeah.
So save our forests, save our trees.
Beautiful. So basically, if I want to get insurance covered for my auto, for my car, just go on the app, figure out from all the different insurance companies the best one for myself, and then just log in and pay for it.
Yes,
is that correct?
Precisely.
Very similar to Zalora as a concept then.
Yep.
Okay, all right, cool. Except this would be for insurance, yeah?
Yep.
So what is your business model like? What does Get Cover do in terms of an operation?
We are quite close to Uber type of model, where you have a user app and partners app.
Okay.
So over here, we are not going to eliminate and go direct to consumer. Okay. So we're gonna have a pool of social partners that will be educating and also will be promoting the apps.
Right.
So user will be downloading and learn to transact digitally to purchase motor insurance policy and as well as to renew their road tax.
Beautiful. So in order for this to work, you obviously need a lot of insurance companies on board as well.
Yep.
How do they feel about this?
We are getting good traction coming from some international global names.
You're right?
Yep.
Yeah. There must be a lot of resistance as well. Tell us about that.
Yep.
Because obviously you're disrupting a whole industry. An industry as a whole, you're probably disrupting a lot of the agents as well. So what are some of the resistance that you're facing in getting them to come on board with you?
Well, I won't say disrupting. I would like to emphasize on collaborating with all of them.
Right, okay.
And it's crucial for us to collaborate with everyone. Obviously, there's going to be three type of situation where the first will believe on the model and run with you even before the launch.
Right.
And,
are these more the smaller players who may not have so much to lose and instead may have more to gain?
I would say they are courageous.
Courageous, okay. So not in terms of size, but in terms of courage, okay. So how big the heart is, okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. And so these people, when they come on board, what do they stand to gain? What do they stand to lose?
Well, by participating as an insurance partner with us, I believe our existing process will enhance efficiency and enhance productivity. based on Boston Consulting report, by having a digitalized the entire process, we help to save about close to 10% cost.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hopefully, by saving this amount of money, we can channel the savings to reward consumer.
Right. So one part, you've got all your insurance companies. Next part of it would be to get the end users to come on board. And for that, you've got a lot of social partners. Yep. Tell us, what is the role of social partners? Who are these people, and how would you get someone like me, for example, who may not have any clue how to use it or how to get past my previous packages and finally come aboard with you guys?
If you're looking into today, social partners that we are deploying today will consist of it could be 18 years old up to the age of 60 years old. Right. As long they are willing to learn how to operate a smartphone or smart devices, I think this is our target group. Okay. And for them to pick up and learn doing it in a digital way is a lot easier. So there's going to be a lot of videos, there's going to be a lot of tools available for them to pick up and learn. Okay,
and they in return will be ambassadors of sorts.
Correct.
All right. Okay. Very cool. And how many insurance companies do you have? How many social partners do you have? And what is your projection in terms of number of users that you're going to have on board in, say, a given period of time?
That's nice. Am I going to project this to potential VC and PE?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, by all means.
Well, I think it's interesting to look into what we have developed and what we have recruited, how many people that have recruited over the past 3 to 4 months. We have a size of about 20,000 plus interested social partners, and we believe that size will reach out to a size of close to 500 to 750,000 users.
That's
download.
Massive. Yeah.
And it will be quite significant, and with proper campaign and with attractive incentive, I believe we should reach out to a big chunk of Malaysian population in driving this work.
How many options do they have when they come online? How many insurance companies would they find when they come on the app? How many are there in Malaysia, and how many do you think you would have on your app?
We have about 20 plus in Malaysia.
How many would you have?
For a start, we're going to start up with about 2 to test.
Do some pilot testing.
Yes. Yep. And by next year, we would expect to have close to half of it. Yeah. So 50% of the participating insurance in the industry. Yeah. And hopefully by 2018, when the market fully de-tariff, we would have all.
That is pretty crazy. So when this revenue comes to you, what is the revenue projection that you're going to have? And obviously the revenue that you gain is the revenue lost within the industry itself, or rather channeled to you. So what is this amount that we're looking at that's going to transit from the real world, the offline world, to the online world?
Well, offline, there's a lot of inefficiency. Yeah. In actual fact, what we want to do is actually to save the cost from inefficiency and channel that to consumer.
How much do you think you're going to have in terms of your transaction amount? Is that what you look at? Is that what you're going to be looking at?
Well, if you are looking into one of the most destructive online insurers in Europe, Black Box, they are able to capture about close to 17% market share in over a year. Yep.
What does that translate to in dollar sign?
In dollar sign, I'm not too sure. I don't have the data. Okay. But if we are able to actually capture somewhere around that, I think that will be extremely significant.
It would be very, very significant. You'd be one of the big boys already by then.
Yeah.
So this is a disruption, whether you say it is a collaboration or it isn't a collaboration. It does seem reasonably disruptive. So I've got to ask you this question. Why aren't insurance companies doing this on their own? Why are they not prepared for somebody like you to take over the storm? And do you find them being still short-sighted and trying to hold against this change, or change, or do you see them already flying on board?
Well, I used to be a chief officer for a MNC. It's actually crucial to look into their existing distribution channel, and it's going to be very, very tough when you have limitation, especially CEOs need to report to the board on a quarterly basis.
They do.
And when numbers is down, it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. And I believe that is one of the areas of consideration.
Okay.
The other thing that is crucial to look into your existing distribution channel. If the person would have majority, big chunk of his revenue coming from a particular distribution channel, for instance, agency, you're going to get a lot hit. So whether you are able to handle it, I believe it's going to be tough.
You're right.
Yeah. So
it is going to be very tough because the number of agents that an insurance company would have would be the biggest chunk of their staff.
Yes.
Yeah. And these are the people that they probably have to educate and probably have to facilitate into this new version of change as well.
Correct.
So you are at which state right now in terms of the development of the app? Are you guys ready to run? When are you guys ready to run? When do we get the big launch?
Well, we are ready to launch anytime.
Right. Okay.
Subject to Bank
And
Negara
congratulations,
approval.
by the way, because this was May 2016. We're not even a year into you guys being around. It's just 6-7 months into it, and you guys are ready to launch. So what's holding you guys back?
Well, we have submitted our regulatory sandbox.
Okay.
We have obtained our letter from Bank Negara stating that we are eligible for sandbox.
Yeah.
The next stage is planning with Bank Negara in terms of redefining the parameters so we can actually launch. So upon obtaining the approval from Bank Negara, we will be in a testing mode of launching the apps.
How long do you think Bank Negara is going to take, and how optimistic are you?
We are quite optimistic in terms of getting approval. We believe we have been sincere dealing with regulators, and at the end of the day, we want our model is all about empowering consumer,
right,
and rewarding consumer,
right,
and to ensure digitalization will be part of the processes and also the goal in the next 1 or 2 years.
Right.
If we are able to convert and this process to reach out to majority of population, we believe it will generate tremendous values.
I'm sure
to the
it
economy.
will. I'm sure it will. So what happens if Bank Negara doesn't approve? There could be a chance that doesn't happen. What happens to you guys then?
Well, I believe this is a fantastic model. This is a model that is driving toward the Bank Negara's blueprint. I believe this model should exist, and I believe we should get the approval from Bank Negara.
I wish you all the best with this. So to all the potential insurance companies out there, is there a 1-minute pitch that you have for them?
This is a fantastic platform. It's going to be very efficient. It's going to reach out. And, come on board, join us. We will ride together, and welcome on board.
Absolutely. So thank you again. With me is the really far-sighted Paul Khoo. I wish you all the very best creating a new wave for InsurTech. Our kids in the future will have a very different understanding about how they can get insured. So get covered with Paul. Thank you so much again, Paul.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.